crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. I am sharing a layout with you that I did live over in the Facebook Paper Issues Friends and Fans page. So I'm going to link that down below so that you can check out the group. There's lots of live action going on, and actually we have a crop coming up this weekend that you're going to want to make sure you're a part of. So head on over to the group and register for that event. Alright, so what I'm using is the brand new Heidi Swapp Old School collection. And let me just say, guys, if you have not checked out this collection, you need to. I am doing these pictures, scrapbooking these pictures of my niece that I actually took like that day or 2 days prior to me doing this live. And she's a cutie little patootie. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I am pulling out my notebook to check what the challenge was, and it's called Let's Get Strip Faced for the August challenge. So here is the coveted Heidi Swapp Memory Decks punch, and I used it as a border punch. So I've already punched out some of these papers that I thought I would use, and it's so good. I use it as a border punch. It's super easy to use. You just lift the plastic piece off the back, line it up, and go right on down. So I'm going to cut little strips of these papers off. Like I said, I already punched them, so I'm just trimming them down. And here I'm going to use this black and white, and then I flipped it over and I was like, oh, this is glorious. I need like 100 of these papers. It looks like a old-fashioned film piece, you know, with the little label around the side. There's like a frame with the label on the side. Super, super cute, guys. Seriously. Get this collection. If you haven't gotten it, you need to go to paperissues.com. It's right on the front page. Actually just restocked. And go get some. It's amazing. And you can use my code Christie and get 25% off, 20% off your order, like anytime. So yeah, I was not sure when I saw it online, but seeing it in person it's just pictures do not do it justice. So I'm just adding layer on layer on layer, and what I'm trying to do is like a pastel layer and a black layer, a pastel layer and a black layer, and I think I did a little crooked, but it is what it is. I'm happy with how it came out. And then this black paper with the leaves on it, it's like gray leaves, so good, guys. I love it. So all I'm doing is making a little border of strips here, a little section of strips, because I'm doing this for the challenge called Let's Get Strip Faced. And it has, the idea is to use strips of paper. I was going to use like the branding strips from some papers for this challenge, but you know, I pulled out this punch and thought, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with this Heidi Swapp punch. And actually it's in stock in the store. It's super sought after, hard to find. It took me a while to get my hands on it. So if you're looking for that punch, Cassie has it in the store. And you will not be disappointed. Even if you don't memory decks, it's really good for border punch or whatever. Anyways, so let's see. I'm still adding layers and layers and layers. I'm going to use this weekend piece, and I realized that I cover up weekend vibes, and that's okay. I wanted to cover it up. This was not the weekend. I just liked colors in the paper. So I wanted to use it. And you'll see me curling it up as I go. And then this piece, which is so pretty too. Oh my gosh. I feel like this is a line that I may hoard because, I mean, the colors in this are so good. I'm really sorry about the glare. I got a new stand, and, oh, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I got a new stand, and the light makes it have a glare. So that thing I just pulled out is actually a salt keeper. I don't know how to say it. And a girl that's on the team, Marianne, shared it. And it's perfect for your stamp chamois. So you moisten the stamp chamois, you put it in there, you keep the lid, and it keeps it nice and juicy so you can use it. Love it. you know, we're all a bunch of enablers, whether it be scrapbooking supplies or things to help with scrapbooking, you know. All right, so I was testing out color here. I used the Worn lipstick. It's like the perfect bright pink. It matches that down in the corner, that bright pink. It turned out so well, you guys. I'm so happy with how this looked. I already applied gesso to the background before the live even started because I wanted it to be dry. All right, so I'm adding some more up in the corner, adding splotches, wiping it off. So I'm going to continue to do this kind of around the page. This is Bundled Sage. No. This is Spun Sugar. It's super light pink. You can't even see it, honestly. But I used the Spun Sugar because that was a predominant color in this line, and I like to stick with like thematic colors. And so I was looking for a mustardy yellow, and guys, just not finding it. So in all of Tim Holtz's glory, I'm praying that maybe one of the distress oxides he releases is mustard. Like true, the mustard seed to me is not a true mustard. Like this muted mustard color. So I tried all my Pink Fresh cubes, which are also in the store. I will link everything that I tried and used down below so you can check it out. And none of them matched, even mixing some. I was just like bummed out. So back to pink I went. I continued to use the Worn lipstick. If you see me reach up, I'm just looking at my iPad and reading the comments in the live to keep up with what was going on. So that was what I was doing. And more and more and more pink. Eventually I reached for this Bundled Sage because even though there's not green in what I've used, sorry, splashing another layout, I bring in some green elements here after I lay everything down because there's some green, kind of muted green in the designs. Oh, look at that. Looks so cute. Look at that little girl. She's so cute. I love her. It's my sister's daughter, Charlotte. She's just so cute. All right, back to the yellow, you guys. Rejected. Try it again. So I was telling the girls in the live, I'm sorry, that they needed to let Tim know that Christie was in need of a mustardy muted yellow. All right, Bundled Sage. Here it comes. I'm gonna add it to the bottom. And let's see where else. Oh, right here on the side, on the right hand side, and up to the top. Just kind of creating that visual triangle with the green. I end up adding more down at the bottom corner, I believe. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Add some here. I use this. This paper is so pretty. It's like a light pink, a white, and this wood grain. It's so good. I end up using the wood grain piece at the bottom because I felt like I needed a finished edge there. I'm going to use my Tim Holtz edge distresser to roughen up the edges around the picture, and then that will go down there. And then I end up using some black, and this just adds the perfect touch, you guys. This paper is so pretty. So I use this, cut it, and I use my edge distresser on this too, and it just makes that picture pop off the page. And you can see the reflection of the light. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to figure that part out because it's hooked to my phone, so whenever I move it and the glass mat's exposed, you see the light. Anything that has like reflective surface. All right, so I'm cutting out this wood grain. I don't know why. This is why. Because I'm attaching it. Look at that camouflage, you guys. There's so many different themes that you could use this line for. It's not just like a girly girl line. There's some green and blue rich elements. You have to go check it out, guys. I promise you will not be disappointed. There's like this square paper that's amazing. It has like squares running off the page in blues and greens. So good. All right, so I'm roughing up the edges of this whole little section. That wood grain just made it pop. was the final touch that I needed down there. So, goody, goody, goody. All right, so I've already fussy cut these flowers, and the leaves are actually from one of the papers in the collection. I fussy cut ahead of time because I wanted to be able to just pop it in there, you know. I didn't want it to be like somebody watching paint dry, me fussy cutting. And then this is the tag set. I actually did not have the ephemera set because Cassie was waiting for it still to come in, but I wanted to use this line so bad, so I had to do it. So I'm adding some tags over here to the corner, and I really, really like how that looks. Adding some flowers on that. I end up adding another one. So there's some over under the tags, some there on the left hand side, and then some further down the bottom on the right. So all right, I'm looking here and I'm thinking this needs more green, like this spot in the lower left hand corner just needed something, like there's a lot of white space. So I end up coming back in here with some more mixed media. All right, so I'm taking some of the word strips and roughing them up with my edge dresser and using them there, just tucking them underneath. I end up also going back and tucking in some banners that's from the cut apart sheet, and I tuck those in. I actually don't have that filmed, but you'll see the finished product at the end, I promise. And I really like the elements, like the 3D elements that creates. You know, I'm all about that texture and dimension, so anything I can do to add those to my layouts, I am definitely going to do it. So I end up fussy cutting another piece out. I do like a rough job of it so that I can move on with the project because I didn't want people to be super bored, like I said. So I'll just kind of use this, do the edge, and then I'll start at the other side, so that way I can go back when the live is over and finish it up. So I really love that paper too because you can cut fussy cut. I am all about that fussy cut life. It's funny because now when some of the design team girls see a paper and they're like, they'll use it in a live, they're like, we can totally see Christy fussy cutting this, which is totally my jam. So all right, so these stickers, let's talk for a moment about these holographic lowercase stickers. You guys, seriously, they're amazing. They don't have very good stick at all, but they're amazing. So I pick out the word Auntie, and then I go back after the live and add, I move that over to the left, so it's more at the edge of the strips, and I write Auntie Christie, and I don't write it, I'm sorry. I use the thickers and spell it out, and I make it go from like left justified, if that makes sense. So I'm adding some pink down here because it was a little too wide, and then I'm going to go over on the left hand side and add some more of that bundled sage, and again I'm going to link all the products down below. This was such a fun layout to create, and I really always enjoy going live in the group. Such a fun time. So if you're looking for that virtual crop experience, head on over to the Facebook group, and then also make sure you visit the store, paperissues.com, and shop till you drop and save 20%. Free shipping, $75 and up. And you guys, you can use my code as many times as possible. So how amazing is that? All right, I'm using some stickers, kind of phrase stickers, and adding them here. I'm also going to end up adding twine to all of those tags. I do add this label, I add some more, I cut this in half, and then I use, I'm using my powder tool here to remove the stick so I can move it around. I cut it in half, I put half under on the bottom right hand corner and half on the top of the picture. I also add another label right by the flowers, and I add some more phrases over there. And you guys, this line is just so good, and I've probably said that 1,000 times, but now watching this back from this angle, man, I really love how it turned out. So I end up doing more work off camera because I just wasn't, you know how I am, super nitpicky, super into details. I add some pink thread under the tags. under those flowers, and over on the right hand bottom side I end up adding another tag behind the pictures. It's like this floral or leaf black tag, and I just keep adding bits and bobs. I end up using my L Studio stamps, and I stamp on the solid colors there right above the punched elements, and love how that turned out. So make sure you stay tuned for some close-ups. I'm going to give you lots of them, and remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and hit the notification button so it'll let you know when I post a new video. And thanks so much for coming over to my channel, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.
We'll be right back.